Today we're going to talk about 5 tips to keep your hybrid team on track and to stop work from falling through the cracks. Also, before you go, please check out the links in the description because there's some really awesome tools that we've been working on for a little while and they're all free for you. Tip number 1, use a project management tool. I don't suggest you jump in and start out with a project management tool, providing that you've done all the other work already with your team, understanding their goal, their mission, their values, understanding how they're going to achieve what they're doing, their roles and responsibilities. Once all of that is done, then yes, we need to see how to track work, and using a project management tool is a great way to do that. There's so many out there, so it's easy to get lost. But essentially what the tool will allow you to do is to identify tasks within projects, assign them to individuals, and to put deadlines against these tasks. This allows you to track progress and gives the team full transparency of what's happening and when it's happening. Project management tools are also pretty nifty for automating certain aspects of your work and alerting you when things are going off track. So it would be a good investment to get one of those under your belt and to ensure that it's embedded into your team's way of working. I must caution you here though, don't jump straight to a project management tool. There are things that need to be done before you move to working with a project management tool. And if you need help on that, give us a shout and we'll show you what to do. Number 2, establish clear communication channels. When a team is hybrid, it's very rare that everybody is in the office at the same time. You might have one day where everybody is mandated to come into the office, but if you're operating on a fluid hybrid structure that is really set up to allow individuals to do the work in which they do their work best, and you don't mandate people to come in on certain days, then sometimes it can be hard for the people who are working remotely to have the same level of communication as the people who are in the office. It's time to even that out. And here are some ways to do that. Ensure that people are aware of your communication channels. And nowadays, there's so many options, from sending pre-recorded videos and getting responses using Loom, to instant messaging in Teams and Slack and all these places, to using intranets that have every single functionality you can imagine, to project management tools, to Zoom meetings, all staffs, one-to-ones. There's so many different channels for working. It's important that your team knows that these channels exist. They know when to use them, how to use them, and what's happening in the team, and communication flow is controlled. Tip number 3, schedule team meetings. And no one wants another meeting, right? You might be thinking that if you are a manager leading a department, you, my friend, are involved in so many meetings, it is unreal. It feels like all you do is have meetings. You don't even have time to work. And so you might be thinking that the rest of your organization or the rest of the team feels this way. Let's cut back on meetings. But maybe, and this happens a lot, your team is really counting on those meetings that happen once a week, the team huddles, to have a greater connection to the wider organization and what's happening, so that they can understand their fit not only within the team but within the organization. This link is necessary as well to build a relationship between you as their manager and the wider team and the wider company. So you need to have regular meetings that tick all of these different boxes, as well as the performance boxes of, do you need any support? How are the projects getting along? Do you have any ideas? Let's ideate as a team and solve problems, all of that stuff. Either way, you need to have regular team meetings that are specifically and intentionally crafted to achieve certain results, such as bonding, information sharing. I have a wonderful infographic that I'm going to link in the description. You can go and download that. It will show you the different types of meetings and how you might want to structure those. Either way, schedule regular team meetings. Weekly, bi-weekly, you decide with your team, and regular review this cadence to see if they need more contact with you or less. This is a collaborative effort, but ensure that you're communicating through regular team meetings. You don't want people to feel isolated. When they're isolated, it can cause work to fall through the cracks because they don't feel linked to the rest of the organization or the rest of the team or the project. They don't see certain things as important because you're not being laden with it, It's not being brought to your attention constantly. And this is the power of the team meetings. It shows when work is boring or when work is like less than desirable. And trust me, I've been there where, I have tasks every day that I don't want to do. And that doesn't change no matter what company you're in or what team you're in. To give your people encouragement and to give them that boost and to show them that what they're doing is important, they need to have those regular touch points. So give them those regular touch points with the regular team meetings. It will increase their morale, and it's a great way to stop work from falling through the cracks. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, I didn't know it was important. We haven't spoken about it in a while. Ensure that you're having those meetings to keep everybody on the same page. Number 4, track progress regularly. When you have a hybrid team, it can get hard to track progress. Even when you're using a project management tool, which was step 1, sometimes things aren't written in the right way, which brings me to another tool that I have for you. If you have a project management tool and you're stuck on how to use it, I have a free guide that shows you how to manage projects like a pro without any of the fancy training, using any project management tool for any team. Updating a project management tool is one thing, and you need to do it the right way. Having meetings and ensuring that you're uncovering blockers is another thing, and that's what the regular touch points do. Progress tracking needs a combination of these things. Proper updating of the project management tool, regular meetings to uncover blockers and ensure that things are being pushed through. If these things aren't happening and there's not a regular cadence, then you're not tracking progress. So ensure that you are tracking progress on a team level as well as an individual level. And when you're tracking progress, reward and celebrate your team for achieving milestones, whether small or big. It's really important for a team to have those quick wins so that they feel motivated to continue working at a high standard and to ensure that their quality control and their progress tracking is on point. And this will stop things from slipping through the cracks. So give your team support when they need it, but also celebrate them as well. Tracking progress is really important for stopping things from falling through the cracks. And number 5, be flexible and adaptable to change. When you're working with a hybrid team, there are things that are going to not work. I guarantee you, this is a learning process for everybody, and no two organizations or two teams are the same. You're going to implement something, it's not going to work, and then you're going to need to iterate. But guess what? You are improving, you are moving forward. So don't feel disheartened by that. Ensure that you encourage a mindset within your team of flexibility and adaptability, an agile way of working, so that when something doesn't go to plan, your team can bounce back, be resilient, and try again or try another way of doing things. Some of the things that you can think about doing is, if a meeting cadence isn't working, change that. If the project management tool sucks, get support on improving that. If your team feels like they have way too much and they don't know where they are, get support in to help them have clarity on their way of working so that they can be efficient in the future. Things are going to happen, the team's going to mess up, but just be adaptable and be flexible. Okay, we've got to the end. Those are our 5 points for helping to keep your hybrid team on track and prevent work from falling through the cracks. So to recap, those top 5 tips were: number 1, use a project management tool. Number 2, establish clear communication channels. Number 3, schedule regular team meetings. Number 4, track progress regularly. And 5, be adaptable to changes. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Thanks for watching again and take care. I'll see you in the next one.